Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt your legs wobble like they're not quite as steady as they used to be? Or maybe you've noticed it's harder to climb the stairs without feeling winded. If you're nodding along, you're not alone. As we hit our 60s, 70s, and beyond, our bodies start to whisper or sometimes shout that things are changing. But here's the good news. You don't have to accept weak legs or fading strength as just part of aging. I'm here to tell you that with just a few minutes a day, you can keep your legs strong, your balance sharp, and your energy high enough to keep living life on your terms. Strong legs aren't just about looking good. They're your ticket to staying independent, preventing falls, and feeling vibrant for years to come. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 simple leg exercises that anyone over 60 can do, no gym required. These are practical, quick movements you can fit into your day, whether you're at home in your kitchen or even waiting for your coffee to brew. We're talking about calf raises, step-ups, and chair squats exercises that are easy to start, adaptable to your needs, and backed by science to keep your muscles strong and your body healthy. I'll share why these moves matter, how to do them safely, and a few personal stories from my own journey to show you just how life-changing these small habits can be. Let's dive in with the first exercise, and I promise it's easier than you think. First up, let's talk about calf raises. If you've ever walked up a hill or stood on your tiptoes to grab something from a high shelf, you've already used the muscles we're targeting here, your calves. These muscles in the back of your lower legs are like the unsung heroes of mobility. They help you walk, balance, and even stand up straight without toppling over. But as we age, those calf muscles can start to weaken, making every step feel like a gamble. The good news, calf raises are a simple way to keep them strong, and you can do them anywhere, by your kitchen counter, holding onto a stair rail, or even next to your favorite armchair. Here's how to do them. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart, holding onto something sturdy for balance if you need it. I like to use the edge of my kitchen table because it's solid, and I'm usually there sipping my morning tea anyway. Slowly rise up onto your tiptoes, lifting your heels off the ground as high as you comfortably can. Feel that squeeze in your calves. That's your muscles waking up. Hold for a second, then lower your heels back down with control. Don't just flop down. Try doing 10 to 15 of these to start. If that feels easy, aim for 20. And if you're feeling strong, you can even try doing them on one leg at a time, but only when you're ready. I remember when I first started doing calf raises a few years ago. I was in my late 60s and I'd noticed I was getting tired just walking to the mailbox. My neighbor John, who's 82 and still gardens every day, saw me struggling and said, "You gotta work those calves or you'll be stuck in a chair before you know it." She showed me how she did calf raises while waiting for her kettle to boil. I thought, if Jean can do this, so can I. So I started doing them every morning, just 10 at first. Within a month, I wasn't just walking to the mailbox, I was taking the long route around the block, feeling steadier than I had in years. That's the power of a small habit like this. Why do calf raises matter so much? Because strong calves improve your balance and help prevent falls, which is a big deal. Did you know that a fall after 60 can lead to serious injuries like a broken hip that can steal your independence? But it's not just about avoiding falls. Strong calves also boost blood flow, which helps your heart and keeps your energy up. Plus, when you work those muscles, your body releases tiny helpers called myokines that support your overall health, from your metabolism to your mood. It's like giving your body a daily dose of vitality, all from a minute or two of effort. Let's move on to the second exercise, step-ups. If you've got a staircase at home, you've already got the perfect tool for this one. Step-ups are like climbing stairs with intention, and they target your quads, glutes, and calves all at once. These are the big muscles in your thighs and backside that power you through everyday movements, like getting out of a car or standing up from the couch. Weak quads and glutes can make those tasks feel like climbing a mountain, but step-ups can change that. Here's how to do them. Find a step. Your bottom stair works great, or even a sturdy box if you don't have stairs. Hold on to a rail or a wall for balance if you need it. Place one foot flat on the step, push through that heel, and lift your body up until your leg is straight. Then slowly lower yourself back down. Do 8 to 12 reps on one leg, then switch to the other. If that feels too hard, start with a lower step like a thick book, or just do fewer reps. If it's too easy, try skipping a step or holding a light weight like a water bottle. I'll never forget the first time I realized how much step-ups helped me. A couple of years ago, I was helping my daughter move into her new apartment. She lives on the 3rd floor, no elevator. I used to dread those stairs, but after doing step-ups for a few weeks, I was carrying boxes up without pausing to catch my breath. My daughter looked at me and said, "Dad, when did you get so strong?" That moment made me feel like I was 50 again. It's not about being a bodybuilder. It's about being able to keep up with life, whether it's playing with grandkids or tackling a flight of stairs. Step-ups are a game changer because they mimic real-life movements. Every time you climb a stair or step up onto a curb, you're using these muscles. By strengthening them, you're not just building power, you're building confidence. Plus, step-ups get your heart pumping, which is great for your cardiovascular health. They also fire up those mitochondria in your muscles, those little energy factories that keep you feeling young. The best part, you can do them in under 2 minutes, right in your living room. Now that we've got calf raises and step-ups under our belt, let's keep the momentum going. Next, we'll talk about chair squats, a fantastic way to build strength without stressing your joints. Stick with me, because this one's a must for anyone who wants to stay mobile and strong well into their golden years. All right, we've already covered how calf raises and step-ups can work wonders for keeping your legs strong and your balance sharp. These exercises are like little gifts you give your body every day, helping you stay steady and full of energy. Now let's dive into the third exercise that's going to round out this trio of leg-strengthening magic chair squats. This one is a powerhouse for building strength in your thighs, glutes, and core, all while being gentle on your joints. Plus, it's so easy to fit into your routine, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. After we walk through how to do chair squats, I'll share a story about how this exercise changed the game for someone I know, and we'll talk about why these three moves together are your secret weapon against muscle loss. Let's get to it. Chair squats are exactly what they sound like, squats you do with the help of a chair. If you've ever sat down and stood up from a chair, you've already done the basic motion. But when you do it with intention, you're turning an everyday movement into a strength-building powerhouse. This exercise targets your quads, those big muscles in the front of your thighs, as well as your glutes and even your core, which helps with balance. The best part, it's perfect for anyone who's worried about knee pain or feeling unsteady because the chair gives you support and confidence. Here's how to do it. Grab a sturdy chair. Your kitchen or dining room chair is perfect, as long as it doesn't wobble or have wheels. Place it on a flat surface, maybe with a wall behind you for extra stability. Stand in front of the chair with your feet about hip-width apart. Slowly lower your body as if you're about to sit down, letting your backside lightly touch the seat. Don't plop down. Keep your chest up and your knees over your toes, not pushing too far forward. Then push through your heels to stand back up, squeezing your glutes as you go. Aim for 8 to 12 reps to start. If that feels too easy, try pausing for a second when you touch the seat before standing up. If it's too hard, don't lower all the way to the seat, just go as far as feels comfortable. I saw the magic of chair squats firsthand with my friend Clara, who's 78 and used to struggle to get up from her recliner without using her arms to push off. She told me she felt embarrassed at family gatherings, worried everyone noticed how hard it was for her to stand. I showed her chair squats starting with just 5 reps a day while she held on to the armrest for balance. Within a couple of weeks, she was doing 10 reps without holding on, and by the end of the month, she was standing up from her recliner, like it was no big deal. She even started joining her grandkids for short walks around the park. Clara told me, "I feel like I got a piece of my old self back." That's what these exercises can do. They don't just strengthen your muscles, they give you back your confidence. Why are chair squats so effective? Because they mimic one of the most common movements we do every day, sitting and standing. By strengthening the muscles involved, you're making those daily tasks easier and reducing the risk of falls. Falls are a big concern after 60, and weak legs are often the culprit. But chair squats also do something else. They fire up your metabolism. When you work those big muscle groups like your quads and glutes, your body burns more energy, which helps keep your blood sugar in check. That's huge for preventing or managing conditions like prediabetes or diabetes, which can sneak up as we age. Plus, those muscles release hormones that support everything from your mood to your bone health. It's like a ripple effect of goodness from one simple move. Now let's tie these 3 exercises, calf raises, step-ups, and chair squats together. Each one targets different parts of your legs, but they all work together to keep you strong, balanced, and moving with ease. Calf raises build stability in your lower legs. Step-ups power up your thighs and glutes for climbing and walking, and chair squats make sitting and standing a breeze. Together, they're like a team of superheroes for your body, fighting off muscle loss and keeping you independent. And here's the best part. You don't need a gym, fancy equipment, or even a lot of time. These are what I call movement snacks, quick, effective bursts of exercise you can do anywhere, anytime. Let me share a quick story about my own journey with these exercises. A few years back, I noticed I was avoiding certain activities like hiking with friends because my legs felt too weak to keep up. I wasn't ready to give up the things I loved, so I started doing these three exercises every day. I'd do calf raises while brushing my teeth, step-ups during TV commercial breaks, and chair squats before dinner. It wasn't about becoming a bodybuilder, it was about staying me. Within a few months, I was back on those hiking trails, keeping pace with friends who were years younger. It felt like I'd turned back the clock, not because I looked different, but because I felt stronger and more capable. If you're thinking, but what if I have bad knees or hip pain, I hear you. These exercises are flexible. For calf raises, hold onto a counter for balance and only lift as high as feels good. For step-ups, use a lower step or skip the stair altogether and just lift one knee at a time. For chair squats, don't lower as far or keep holding the chair for support. Even if you're in a wheelchair, you can adapt by doing seated leg lifts or pressing your feet against a wall for resistance. The key is to start where you are. No matter your limitations, there's a version of these moves that works for you. What makes these exercises so powerful is how they fit into your life. You don't need to change into gym clothes or drive across town. You can do them in your pajamas right after you wake up or while you're waiting for your grandkids to call. Think of them as little investments in your future. Each rep is a step towards staying active, independent, and full of life. And the science backs this up. Strong leg muscles boost your mitochondria, those tiny energy factories in your cells that keep you feeling young. They also help regulate blood sugar, improve heart health, and even support your brain by increasing blood flow. It's not just about muscles, it's about living better longer. Stick with me because we're going to wrap this up with some final tips on making these exercises a habit and a few extra tricks to keep your legs strong for years to come. You're going to love how easy it is to make this part of your daily routine. So we've walked through three simple game-changing exercises, calf raises, step-ups, and chair squats, that can keep your legs strong, your balance steady, and your energy high as you navigate your 60s, 70s, and beyond. These aren't just exercises, they're like daily deposits in your health bank, building up your strength to keep you moving independent and full of life. Now let's tie it all together with some practical tips on making these exercises a seamless part of your routine, plus a few extra tricks to boost your leg strength even more. I'll share one last story that shows how small changes can lead to big results, and we'll wrap up with a reminder of why this matters and how you can take the next step. Let's keep the momentum going. First, let's talk about how to make these exercises stick. The secret to turning calf raises, step-ups, and chair squats into habits is to weave them into your day so they feel as natural as brushing your teeth. I call this stacking your exercises onto things you already do. For example, try doing calf raises while you're standing at the sink, washing dishes maybe 10 reps while you scrub a plate. Or do step-ups during a TV commercial break using the bottom stair or even a sturdy ottoman. Chair squats. Do a set right before you sit down to eat dinner. The key is to start small, maybe one set of each exercise a day, taking just a couple of minutes. You don't need to overhaul your life, you just need to start. Here's a trick that worked for me. I keep a sticky note on my fridge that says, legs, crew life. It's a little reminder that every rep I do is an investment in staying active and independent. When I started, I committed to just 5 calf raises, 5 step-ups, and 5 chair squats each morning. It took less than 5 minutes, but after a week, I felt stronger, so I bumped it up to 10 reps each. Now I do 2 sets a day, one in the morning while my coffee brews, and one in the evening while I'm winding down. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Even on days when I'm tired, I do just a few reps, and that's enough to keep the habit alive. Let me tell you about my friend Tom, who's 85 and one of the most inspiring people I know. A few years ago, Tom was struggling to get around his house without a cane. He'd given up on his daily walks because his legs felt too weak, and he was starting to feel like his best days were behind him. I suggested he try these 3 exercises, starting with just a few reps each day. He was skeptical, thought it sounded too simple to make a difference. But he gave it a shot doing calf raises by his kitchen counter step-ups on his porch step and chair squats with his dining chair. 6 months later, Tom ditched the cane. He's back to walking his dog every morning, and last summer he even joined his family for a picnic at the park, something he hadn't done in years. He told me I didn't realize how much I was missing until I got my legs back. That's what these exercises can do. They don't just strengthen your body, they open up your world. Now let's add one more trick to supercharge your leg strength: walking with purpose. I'm not talking about a leisurely stroll, though that's great too. I mean adding a bit of intensity to your walks, even if it's just for a minute or two. Try this when you're out walking. Pick a spot like a mailbox or a tree and walk toward it a little faster than usual, really pushing through your heels. This mini burst of effort gets your leg muscles firing and your heart pumping, boosting those mitochondria we talked about earlier. If you're not up for fast walking, try carrying a light backpack with a couple of water bottles in it, what folks call rucking. It adds a bit of resistance to strengthen your legs without straining your joints. Start with just 5 or 10 pounds and see how it feels. Why does this matter? Because strong legs are your foundation for everything. They're what lets you chase after your grandkids, carry groceries, or dance at a wedding. But they also protect you from bigger risks. Weak legs can lead to falls, and a fall after 60 can mean a long recovery or worse. Strong legs also help your body manage blood sugar, keep your heart healthy, and even support your brain by improving blood flow. Every step you take, every rep you do, is like telling your body, I'm not done living yet. And the beauty is, it's never too late to start. Whether you're 60 or 90, your muscles can get stronger with just a little effort. If you're worried about pain or limitations, don't let that stop you. These exercises are adaptable. Got arthritis? Do fewer reps or use a chair for support. Recovering from surgery. Start with seated versions like lifting one leg at a time while sitting. Even small movements count. The important thing is to keep moving, because every bit of strength you build is a step toward a healthier, happier you. And if you're thinking, I don't have time, remember those movement snacks, just a minute or two here and there can make all the difference. Let's sum this up. Calf raises keep your lower legs steady and boost your balance. Step-ups power up your thighs and glutes for climbing and walking. Chair squats make sitting and standing easier while protecting your joints. Together, these 3 moves plus a bit of purposeful walking are your recipe for staying strong and independent. You don't need a gym or fancy gear, just a few minutes and a willingness to start. Think of it as a gift to your future self so you can keep doing the things you love, whether it's gardening, traveling, or just getting up to hug someone you care about. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you tried these exercises? What's your favorite way to stay active? Share your story, because you never know who you might inspire. If you found this helpful, give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more tips on living your best life after 60. Here's to strong legs, a strong heart, and a life full of possibility. Keep moving, and I'll see you in the next video.